Welcome back friends to Geetu's Home Kitchen Experiences. Today we are going to do a very easy cheesy quiche recipe without cheese. So continue watching. Right, let's get the ingredients together. For this I have taken 2 cups of self-raising flour. In this I'm going to add half a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to make it a little spicy. So I will be using some spices, but it's optional. If you don't want to use spices, you may omit them. So now I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder. I'm going to add red chilli powder, say about half teaspoon. Now let's add some pink Himalayan salt. Just add approximately a little salt as per your taste. I'm also going to use some coriander powder, which is really good for health. So just half a teaspoon of coriander powder there. And as I love garlic, I would also like to add some crushed garlic. I have a teaspoon of crushed garlic. I'm going to add that as well into the dough. This will really give a good taste, and plus obviously it's very good for health. Why not? Supports your heart health, helps with the blood pressure. So I'm going to mix everything nicely into the dough. So now I have homemade yogurt. I'm going to just add 2 tablespoons of homemade yogurt. This will just give it right and nice texture to the finished quiche once we bake it. So I'm just going to mix it. Friends, you can see to the far end of the screen there's a bowl, and that bowl contains oats. I'm sorry, I should have told you before. While you are getting ready to make the dough for the quiche, it's good to keep 1 cup of oats in 1 cup of water. Allow it to soak in that. So now you can see I'm just trying to bring the dough together. So I'm just adding little water at a time, and I have almost used half a cup of water to make this dough. So it may vary a little, so try to add the water a little at a time and just get the dough together into a soft, nice ball. Our dough is ready, but I want to give it a nice smooth texture, so I've added just half a teaspoon of coconut oil. That's what you saw me dropping into the dough. And now again I'm going to just knead it a little. It will give a nice smooth look to this dough. And once I am done, I'm going to cover it with a lid and leave it for approximately 15 to 20 minutes to rest. So here the oats have soaked up all the water. So it was 1 cup oats and 1 cup water. Now I'm going to blend them together. And I'm going to use this blended mixture of oat and water as the substitute for cheese. So it's a quick and easy meal. It's very filling. Plus people who have blood pressure or who have even heart condition or who have sugar issues can also try this recipe, because oats can support you in all the 3 conditions. Can give you lots of fiber. It is good for heart health. It's good for blood pressure. It's good for sugar or diabetic people. So it's the best option for trying quiche using oat instead of cheese. Meanwhile, get some vegetables ready. I have courgettes here with me. I have cherry tomatoes. I also have some peppers. So I'm using all these vegetables for the quiche. So you can chop them and be ready to add it on the top. Dough is ready. It's been 15 minutes. I'm going to knead it only for a few seconds, and it's actually smelling so nice because we've added the garlic and the spices in them. And friends, another one thing, this time I have used plain flour, not wholemeal flour, only to show you that things can be made in a healthy way in spite of one or two ingredients which you may think may not be very healthy. But you can add the spices like garlic, coriander powder, black pepper powder, and make your dish really healthy. So I'm just divided this into 2 portions. You may keep the whole thing, roll it into a big ball, dust your surface with some flour, and now just roll it out into the shape of the container in which you're going to bake. So if you have a round container, try to make it round. If you have a square, just roll out the dough into a square shape. So once we roll out, and I'm not very worried about the thickness, just keep it uniformly thick, and it should just be big enough to fit into your container. I'm just greasing this container. I'm ready with my dough rolled out into this round shape. Let's fit it in and just keep a little portion raised higher on the sides so that when we add the fillings, it fits in well and it doesn't spoil the sides of the container. Ready for our fillings. It's the time to add first the blended oat mixture to act as the cheese. We are going to add some and we are going to spread it nicely now. Let's spread this uniformly to cover the whole shape of the quiche. So you can add liberally a thick layer of the blended oat mixture because you don't need to worry about your calories and neither about your health. Oats are very good. I'm adding some small amount of pink Himalayan salt, another good ingredient which is very healthy, not the table salt. I'm also going to use a little bit of black pepper, which is good for diabetic people as well. So it will stop the quick release of sugar into the blood because of the plain flour. So there's only one plain flour in this recipe which may have a high glycemic index, but other all things, the vegetables which I'm topping up now, the black pepper, the pink Himalayan salt, the oat mixture, everything else is supportive of a very healthy meal. So top up as much vegetable as you like. You can fill it up nicely to give you that extra fiber and extra health and yummy taste. So ready to bake at 180 degrees Celsius or gas mark 4 for 15 to 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes. It's ready. And now I'm just adding this is absolutely optional. I'm just adding a small teaspoon of clarified butter. There's no milk once you come to the stage of clarified butter. It is unlike butter, which is quite heavy in calories, but clarified butter isn't. And you can see the texture. Let's cut it through. And friends, if you've liked this recipe, please do subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon below to get future notifications. Thank you very much.